Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hello. Welcome into the Oh No Disc Golf podcast. I am here. We have a wonderful episode set for you guys. I'm here with one of my best friends in the entire world. He is Mr. Eric Wolverton.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yay, Eric. Woo! Big intro. Yay. First off, I just wanted to remind everybody that you need to go over to our social medias. We are literally everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. All at Oh No Disc Golf. 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 And guess what? Oh No Disc Golf. Pretty easy to remember, right?
I mean, I know people who could forget it.
Does it happen to be you?
You're the one who's got a worse memory than I do.
Let's be
fair.
We have big news. We have free shipping on our Teespring store with the code OHNO. That is coming up. We're going to be doing that for the rest of the month. We're going to be doing free shipping OHNO on our merch store over at teespring.com/stores/OHNO-disc-golf.
And if you don't want to listen to this episode again to get that code, if you message us on our social medias, we'll probably get it for you.
Yeah, I'll shoot it right at you. But Eric, today we're going to be talking about a few different fun things. We're going to be talking about ourselves a little bit because I don't think we've really introduced ourselves that much. Maybe a little bit. We've done an in the bag and we've talked about some goals and some disc golf things, but the listeners really don't know who we are yet. The second thing we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Allstar's weekend. We're going to have some bold predictions, some hot takes. It's going to be some fun stuff. And last but not least, we're going to be talking about, we're going to have the top 5 list. Eric is going to tell me about some small YouTube channels that he's been following. I don't really have a ton of time to check them out because I'm like literally always editing. But Eric
is a glutton for disc golf content.
Loves it. So we have a great podcast set for you guys. Keep your ears listening. So I'm going to introduce my best friend in the entire world, Eric, to talk about himself. Eric, who are you?
Well, my name's Eric Wolverton. I am 28 years old. I have a wonderful fiance. I don't know if you guys want to know her name, but
you don't have to say her name. That's cool.
I have
look out for her on all the social medias. She likes all of our posts.
Yep, she's probably one of our number one supporters.
Right next to my wife, right?
Yeah, yep. I feel like your wife's more hands-on with helping you, and Brittany's just always liking and sharing a little bit.
Gotcha.
She got like all of her friends to like our page, but
that was nice of her.
Yeah. I have 3 kids and 3 dogs, 2 cats, and we just got a new foster dog named Mortimer. He wasn't in here, but he apparently left.
It sounds like a farm, man.
I am a dog groomer as well. That is my regular career. So I spend a lot of time with dog hair. Lots and lots of dog hair. I've been playing disc golf for probably, I want to say since I've been like 18, 19, 20, but I've only started to take it seriously in probably the past 2 years.
Maybe a year and a half.
Like me and you started to really take it.
Yeah,
take it.
I think
like
it
seriously
was not
more.
This last summer, but the summer before. We
then this last summer we each.
Yeah, this last summer was a different
farther
level.
Extreme. Yeah. Like we were trying to get better the summer before last summer or whatever, but this summer we just went a little crazy with it.
Invested a little bit more money into it, I think.
Invested a lot of time into it, I know.
Oh yeah,
any chance we could get into to throw anywhere we could, we figured out a way. We created a course at my house, created a course at your parents' house and grandparents' house.
Yep. So we made like 3 different courses.
Yeah. I mean, we just have like practice baskets, but we spent a lot of time with it.
It was a good time. We would take the basket and throw it on a 4-wheeler so we could just drive the 4-wheeler out to where the hole would be, run back, chuck your plastic.
we got good at putting for elevated baskets in case
Yeah.
we ever run into any of those.
Really good practice. I didn't get good at it, but
as good as we could be at it.
I had a lot of layups.
Good as our putting allowed us to.
Right.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else exciting about. I'm from Michigan. I think I said that in one episode, but from the cold state of Michigan. So it's been I think it was -1 here today.
Ooh.
So I haven't been getting a whole lot of time in.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching Kyle throw in shorts while I can barely throw.
Yeah, it's been really nice for me. I'm from Michigan as well, but I just moved into Parker, which is a sub part of Denver. And it is amazing. I can actually go outside comfortably without like shivering after 10 seconds. It's been a little bit colder. It's going to be cold like this week, but then we always pop back into like the 50s and 60s, and it has been completely a different world.
You just have to deal with a lot of wind.
Yeah, I get excited when it's only like 5 or 6 miles an hour for wind. That's good. When it's above 15, I usually try to not go out, or if I do, it's just like a smaller 9-hole course.
So his discs don't fly into the freeway.
Yeah. Yeah, go back an episode if you missed that story. It's on episode 3.
Was that your most oh no moment, you think, in disc golf?
No, there was one other moment, and you were there. It was that one time I threw my heat, and guess what? Overturned it, and it went into the road and got ran over by a truck. It just it timed it so perfectly where it went right at the road, right as the truck was going over it. So it like hit it immediately, and it was I was lucky that it wasn't worse, but I mean it was, that was early on in my disc golf career, but that was probably my biggest oh no. Oh, one more too. Oh my gosh, dude, I've had a few. I hit my wife square in the shoulder with the truth. Completely on accident. She was slightly in front of me. I grip locked it, as I do.
So would you say she can't handle the truth?
I really hope she doesn't listen to this part. Yeah, she can't handle the truth. Big old bruise. Oh, no. It was right before we got married. Yeah, there was.
Well, then I guess you're lucky you still got married.
Oh my gosh, man. That was the fastest, oh no,
Oh yeah, I've been there. I never hit my wife in the shoulder, my fiance in the shoulder, but
yeah. You have a good oh no moment?
Yeah, but I wasn't throwing. I was at the Cass City tournament, and you know how Cass City's set up.
But tell listeners.
The tee for one hole is literally almost maybe 2 feet, not even off the fairway of another hole, the downhill hole number 7, and then hole 16 is like right in front of you. And Bobby Durbin, one of my friend's sons, gets up and rips it and almost smashes into a whole group of people.
A whole group?
Yeah, there was the whole group was sitting right on the thing, and he would froze up and forgot to yell for, so I had to yell it for him.
Oh my gosh.
By the time I was saying it, it was probably only 5 feet away. It didn't actually hit anybody, but
that's so lucky.
Yeah, so luckily I wasn't throwing, or else I'd have been embarrassed.
And to everyone who doesn't know, that it is a ridiculous course in that way. I don't know how you play a tournament there, because the tee boxes are literally almost in the way of where you're going to be throwing.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of times where there's 4 holes that all go in a circle with each other, and everyone would just kind of sit there and stare at each other because they didn't know who was going, and it was far enough away to where you couldn't have a good conversation to plan to go who goes next. So we'd all just sit there and stare at each other. But yeah, it messes with the vibe. If you get on a hot streak, it's hard to carry that hot streak because you're stuck waiting.
Right.
but it's just something you got to learn to deal with.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to keep your eyes peeled when you're on a course during a tournament.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Kyle. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am a 26-year-old, technically a millennial, right?
Yeah.
I fit that pretty well. I'm an Aries, so I'm super hard-headed. I have an extreme passion for disc golf. It's pretty much like, at the moment, eat, breathe, sleep disc golf because I'm unemployed. I'd rather this be like a happy, safe space for people who are looking for like a conversation with friends. I understand that like the pandemic's been kind of difficult for people. They feel really alone. So it's kind of cool to have like a conversation just between two friends. It feels really nice and natural.
Wait,
And
we're friends?
cut. Just kidding.
All right.
Yeah, we're friends, man.
I feel like that's something a friend would say, right?
It is totally something a friend would say. I don't think that it's somebody who is not your friend would say that.
Yeah,
they just sit there awkwardly like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
How did I get stuck doing this?
Right. I've always had entrepreneurial aspirations, so I've always wanted to own my own business. I was thinking, what are my passions? Disc golf is definitely up there. And then Eric just happened to, I have the message, or is it a text? I think it's a text that where you said, real talk, why don't we get into the disc golf podcast game? And from then on, it's been an obsession. And here we are, episode 4.
Who would have thought we made it?
Who would
In
have
your
thought,
face,
man?
Mom.
My mom's actually been really supportive.
So is my mom. Well, that brings us into a good point. This will be the last time you guys have to listen to my subpar audio.
Oh, yeah. So
you can tell them.
All right. Yeah, I'll tell them on the good audio.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad wanted to invest in our small business, so he was like, well, what is one deficiency that you have? And I was like, Eric's microphone. The first, like, that was my, like, it took a half a second, and he was like, send it to me on Amazon, I'll send it to Eric, literally that day. So we will have that for the next episode.
I don't really listen to myself, so I don't know how bad I sound.
Yeah, Eric doesn't listen to most of the podcasts. I kind of send him clips sometimes, but he gets really nervous when he hears himself talk. So, yeah.
We're going to do some auto-tuning with the mic, too, so I can enjoy my voice.
Maybe I'll, like, pitch it up a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, I'm Eric Wolverton.
I'd listen to it. Although I might start introducing myself as somebody else.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
I'll just completely pretend. Take on this whole new persona.
But that just kind of leads me into the next thing is like why we're doing this podcast. The reason is because we're both crazy about disc golf.
And we don't have any friends.
Right. We have each other as friends. Well, that's me. I don't really have very many friends. I have like one friend here. So it's a really good excuse for me to like constantly talk to Eric.
Yep. We just, I don't have anybody who's like passionate about disc golf that I've met yet around here, mainly because it's winter.
Once you meet somebody, man, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm starting a new podcast. So it's just,
it's called Oh Yes Disc Golf. Yeah.
It gets me talking for a couple hours about disc golf, which is nice.
I think it's been really nice. I think it's really been fun to like start a business with your friend too, to tell you the truth.
And not a lot of pressure on it,
Yeah, we're just going to try our best.
Any results are good results.
That's it, man. If one person listens to it, I'll be happy. If 100,000 listen, that's even, better, but still happy.
I don't want 100,000. That's too many.
You don't want 100,000?
No, now I'm even more nervous.
All right, we'll only have 2 people listen, Eric.
There we go. That's better.
Don't pay attention to it.
Don't see how many listeners we have.
I wanted to make just a nice little community for people that are amateur disc golfers that wanted to hear about things from an amateur perspective. And we're going to continue to get better and learn more about the sport, and we can let you guys in on that too. This year is going to be an awesome year for disc golf.
It's leading up to be. One thing we're hoping to do in the near future is maybe bring like amateurs or even like up and coming pros or small company owners, all kinds of stuff like that on, so they can kind of plug their channel and we can like get an idea of how they started, just to help all the small companies grow and get better with us. Yep. So if you guys know anybody who might want to come on and talk shop a little bit, send them our way.
Yeah, hit us in the DMs.
Yeah, because we don't have much else to do. I literally just groom dogs, and my phone sits there all day, and I watch disc golf videos and listen to disc golf podcasts. I think I listen to pretty much any place where I can find disc golf. I think I don't think there's a disc golf podcast out there that I don't know about.
And that's cool. It's nice to be part of that community.
Yeah, I don't talk to any of them because I feel like an outsider still, but we'll get there.
Dude, you'll get there. All right, Eric. What are we talking about next?
We're going to talk about this upcoming weekend, the Dgpt Allstar weekend. It looks like it's a pretty cool event. It'll be the first time they've ever done something like this. So, yeah, pretty excited.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah,
All-Star weekend meaning?
They got the top 8 players from MPO field and the FPO field, and they're having them compete in a somewhat different tournament than I think most people are used to seeing, or different than I'm used to seeing for sure. They have it. So the first day there's going to be all-star doubles. So there's going to be 4 teams of 2 players competing against each other on MPO and FPO. And then day 2, the scores carry over from the doubles, and then it's whoever plays the best or whoever has the lowest score over those past 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so it seems pretty interesting, and they really have some all-stars is the best way to describe it.
For real though, that sounds like, a little bit complicated, but like super interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch for the fans no matter what, and I don't think it really matters. Like I don't know what the winner gets. I guess I haven't seen anything about that, but I think the competitors are going to have a lot of fun too. So. Why don't we get into talking about who's going to be there?
That'd be cool. Yeah, who's going to be there?
The team number 1. So the way they did it is they competed. They paired the first seed with the 8th seed, and team number 1 is Paul Macbeth and Garrett Gerthy. Which, it's hard to argue anything with Paul Macbeth. You know, he can pretty much throw like the safe shot, and then Garrett Gerthy can just go for the ace run
on any hole.
Yeah. And then the second team is Heimberg and Kevin Jones, which again,
that's a power team.
Yeah, you would think like that. I feel like that's almost the more safe option because they both can go for the pin as well as they can switch on and off.
Right. Every time I go through, like I've looked at it a couple times, and every time I go through it, I'm like, okay, this one's going to be definitely the one I'm going to choose. And then I just heard it was like Heimberg and KJ, and I'm like, maybe them.
Yep, that's what it's going to be all the way through.
Oh my gosh! I'm just happy whoever wins. I don't even care.
Yeah, I just enjoy watching it. That's the best part about just watching live disc golf is I don't normally have someone that I really, really want to win. I just want to see some good disc golf out there.
Right. And it usually that order gets delivered.
Oh, yes. Someone's playing good. Team 3 is made up of Ricky Wysocki and Nico Castro, which will be kind of fun because they used to be teammates when they were both on Trilogy. Well, Nico's still on Trilogy, but when Ricky used to play for Dynamic,
were they friendly back then?
Yeah, they used to be good friends. There's cool video I just watched where Nico calls Ricky out for a foot fault, and he spends the whole time talking about how he's like, I'm just trying to play the rules on everybody, me, my friends, it doesn't matter, kind of thing.
Right.
So it was pretty interesting because I never knew that they used to be like good friends. Then on our team 4 is Eagle and Chris Dickerson, and when I get to that, I just feel like they have the chance to win too.
Right, because okay, so it's basically equal chances for every team. That's what we're getting at here.
Without a doubt.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be very interesting.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot to mention too, it's going to be 2 rounds of 9 holes, or 2 loops of 9 holes apiece. And in the first 9 for doubles, it's going to be best shot doubles. And in the second 9, it's going to be worst shot doubles. So
that's a twist.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, that's why I feel like after saying that, I feel like Heimberg and KJ are the more likely option. But I know, you never know.
Oh man.
You just never know.
You
want to pick a winner?
Oh my gosh, I want to, yes, but I don't because it's so difficult.
Well, you want me to go first?
I had a winner picked, so
yeah. And then you heard the worst shot double thing, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you make the choice.
After you, sir.
All right, I'm going with Heimberg and KJ.
You going with Heimberg and KJ? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good pick.
I
don't want to pick the same person or the same team.
You can pick the same team. You gotta go with your thoughts.
Eagle and Chris Dickerson for the win.
That's a good one.
That's who I'm gonna go with.
Pretty bold predictions.
Well, betting against Macbeth.
Yeah.
It's a pretty difficult bet.
Yeah, definitely.
That sounds exciting as hell, though.
Who do you think's gonna win day 2? Who do you think's gonna run away with it? Doubles is over.
And then doubles is over. How many people move on to?
I think it's all 8. I think it's all 8 the next day.
Oh, so they just take their scores and
if
they rock it on individually.
I mean, I can't imagine the scores will be that different.
Right.
I mean, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I can't imagine that your score is going to be that there's going to be any real huge winner. I'd imagine they're all going to be pretty similar after the doubles round.
Right.
But we'll see. I guess you really never know, and it's going to be exciting to see.
Number 1. I was really on the Kevin Jones train. I'm going to go with him to win it. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Calvin Heimberg.
That's I don't think there's a bad pick.
Nope, there's definitely not.
So, good pick.
It'll be interesting to see who wins it for sure, and I'm excited. 1, just to get back to watching live disc golf, and 2, to see something kind of, to me, out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it's a completely different tournament style than anything that I've seen.
Yeah, so that'll be. I mean, I haven't even watched too many live doubles tournaments, but I think that sounds sweet watching the pros do it.
Right. It's doubled the disc golf right away.
Yeah. You're going to see some sweet shots.
Right.
So then going to the teams on the FPO side, we have team 1 being Paige Pierce and Heather Young. Team 2 being Katrina Allen and Kona Panis. Team 3 being Sarah Holcomb and Jessica Weiss. And team 4 being Haley King and Missy Gannon. Again, some absolute all-stars on the FPO side.
Man, that's tough.
I'm honestly surprised how that Haley King's at 4. I don't know if she didn't tour as much. I think this is all based on points.
She just came on in the end of the year. Okay. Really strong.
Yeah, must have not got maybe as much tour time as some of the others, but
yeah.
I think also just watching her be almost dominant at the DGPT championship makes me think that she was doing that all year.
Right. She definitely was killing it that day.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's you have to be killing it to take down Paige Pierce.
Right. You have any predictions for the doubles?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Haley King's team.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Paige Pierce's team. I know
Of
that
course
that's
you would. You would.
that's the easy way.
I feel like I can't remember Missy Gannon's play style, but I feel like picking 4 and 5 as a team is can be pretty safe bet. And I'm a big Haley King fan just because she's it's young, so I hope she just gets out there and kills it.
Right. She's like the new Paige Pierce.
Yeah, she's gonna be better than Paige Pierce. You just watch.
I hope so. That would be awesome to watch.
And who do you think's gonna run away with it in the second day?
Well, it's not as exciting because you just talked about her a bunch, but Haley King.
Yeah, maybe Paige Pierce makes a comeback.
I was thinking Paige is gonna win the double, or like that team by like quite a bit, but then Haley will come back.
That'd be pretty sweet. It's always watch a big comeback.
I like that narrative, so I like to just put it wherever I can.
whatever works, right?
Right.
Well, I'll just go opposite of you and say Haley King's going to come out with a huge lead, and Paige Pierce is going to make a comeback.
Okay.
She's going to have that chip on her shoulder, and she's just going to come back and tear the place down.
I could absolutely see that.
It'd be fun to watch either way. The comebacks are the best part about it, I think.
They're definitely fun to watch.
Faux show. Oh, and then this all takes place at Fountain Hills in Arizona.
When?
February 20th and 21st.
Cool. We'll have to keep an eye out. That'll be the weekend after this gets released. So keep an eye out. Maybe we'll do some like commentary on it or something on some of our social medias.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll at least talk about it in the next episode. Talk about the winners, talk about how it was, predict the next winners.
Yeah. See if our predictions came true.
I mean, that'd be sweet. First time talking about it on air, and bam, we're right.
Hey, that'd be pretty cool. We're going to be so wrong.
Oh, definitely.
Today's podcast sponsor is Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. First off, it's free. Second off, you can record and edit your podcast there. Also, they will distribute your podcast so you can be heard on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It has everything that you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app, or you can go to anchor.fm to get your podcast started today. This is what we're using on our podcast, so I can wholeheartedly recommend this, guys. Eric, I don't have enough content to watch on YouTube. You never send me enough things.
I can send you more, don't you worry.
Anyways, I'm just kidding. Eric sends me things all the time, but he put together a special list for us today, the listeners and me, because I need to find some small YouTube channels to follow too. But Eric put together a top 5 list of his favorite small YouTube channels. They're all a little bit bigger than us, but I think they're all under 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for. Anyone under 10,000 could make the list, except for one that happened to get to 10,000 yesterday. So
that's cheating.
So, but he's a really good guy to watch, and he's been a lot of fun.
That sounds good. Grandfather him in.
Yes, might as well. Anyway, my number 5 is Rippin Discs. They're honestly kind of two guys like us. They're just amateur disc golfers who enjoy the sport. They just started making a lot of how-tos, but they used to make like little challenges. Like I originally found them they were doing a random disc challenge where they had 11 discs and they had Siri pick a number, and that's the disc they had to use at that hole. They had everything from Innova Corvettes down to just putters, and then the number 11 was a whammo like lid, like a regular frisbee. So it was that was pretty enjoyable. And then after that, I was just kind of hooked on them.
That sounds fun.
But yeah, they're two pretty funny guys.
I think I've seen a video that you sent me of them.
Yeah, it's probably that 11 disc one, because
that
probably
was
like my favorite one.
But they sound awesome.
They are. I enjoy it. My number 4 is called Back of the Box Disc Golf. I like them because he's also, kind of like us. He's just an amateur disc golfer trying to have fun. I think he's the smallest out of all the ones I follow, but he makes a lot of funny songs.
That's cool.
One he has called, I think it's called I Hit a Tree Again. And it's a pretty good pretty good song he has written. But he does another cool video where he buys a brand new disc, and he talks about how it's overstable, and he literally just throws it into a tree the whole video, and then talks about how it flies perfectly. And I thought that I got a huge kick out of that. Just to buy a disc that you like the feel of, but it doesn't fly just the way you want it. So just throw it into the dirt, throw it into a tree,
and then it flies perfect.
Yep. Number 3 is the guy who just made it to 10K, and if you follow Ezra Adderhold, you've probably seen this guy quite a bit, or Aderhold, sorry. Tristan Tanner. From what I've seen, he's like one of the nicest guys on tour too, that will just hang out or play around with you just for fun. I think he might be a Colorado native. I could be wrong, probably wrong, so
don't check him on that.
But he's puts out a lot of good videos with Ezra, playing like little games. I think it was him that showed me like the baseball game where you get like 3 discs, and each time you don't make it there, and like you approach, and then if you don't make the putt, you lose a disc, and then last person to keep his discs win. It's just like a little game you can play with a friend, or you could even condition it to make change the rules a little bit to make it with yourself, like just push yourself to get better at different approaches.
Right.
Well, yeah, lots of good content on his channel.
Sounds cool.
He's just doing a giveaway right now, so you can
have to check him out.
Get there quick and try to get in on the giveaway.
Sounds good.
The next one's kind of a big up-and-coming name. I don't know how many subscribers he has. I know it's under 10,000, but it's Trash Panda. He is kind of making a name for himself. He makes his own discs in his garage out of recycled plastic. So he has his own putter prototype that is he runs through the whole process of making it. He shows you how they fly. In his one video, he's like just showing you how the discs fly, and he aces with his own homemade disc. So that's pretty cool. He just made a video with a pro where he brings him on and has his make his own disc. So that's pretty sweet. But
that is sweet.
He's shooting up pretty fast.
This is another one of those that you sent me. I have watched.
Oh yeah, he's Colorado native too, so maybe you can go over there and make a disc with him.
Trash Panda, hit me up. I'll come make a disc.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. He likes coffee, so there's another thing that you guys can talk about.
We would be friends, like really fast.
Seems like a good guy. Cares about the environment. What's wrong? What's better than that?
Absolutely.
Likes coffee and disc golf.
Fully recycled disc. And the way that he explained how there's like a billion different plastics, he's like really doing a good job at educating the disc golf community on like what goes into making a disc.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting ride with watching his stuff. He obviously has a huge passion for it if he's gonna spend all his time making his own discs.
Right. It takes a lot of time.
Oh yeah. I think you tried to get your dad to help you make your own disc line, didn't you?
Yeah.
Try to talk him into it.
It's just plastic extrusion, and we're pretty big back into that back home. So, yeah, I've looked into it. It's a consistency thing, and a demand thing. So,
yeah, his discs are extremely hard and slippery, I guess, like rock hard. If you watch a video of him putting with it, the noise it makes is so like earth shattering. I don't know, it's crazy. Like it sounds like it's gonna break. Is how like hard the disc is. But that was like one of his first prototypes.
He broke one of them, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's really difficult to get the consistency right.
Yeah.
Something that has a little bit of flex to it and also is completely 100% recycled. It's going to be really hard to find the perfect combo.
That would be tough. That's why I'm not doing it.
You're right. That's why I'm not doing it.
Just going to throw that out there.
Kind of seems like the manufacturing market is pretty cornered as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to make money off of it or just trying to, spread the word.
Seems like he's just trying to have fun, make his own company.
Weird. Sounds like 2 guys I know.
Yeah, I have no idea who those 2 guys could be, huh?
My number one was the pro that was actually just on Trash Pandas. He's a Colorado native too. I just heard about him with Eagles Vlogmas. He had him on his channel, and they did a little. I think it was like a 18-hole challenge. But he's Joel Freeman. He is a disc golf pro. Haven't really heard much about him this year because he wasn't touring this year. He took this year off to help his wife start her company, and he's hitting the road this 2021 and gonna do some good things. He's got a lot of good content on there. He does an in the bag that he describes it, his bag, like more different than anybody else. What I thought was really cool about him is he forehands and backhands all of his discs. Like a lot of people have discs that are strictly for forehands and discs that are strictly for backhands, but he just uses them all.
Interesting.
But yeah, he's Colorado native, and his breakout tournament was the Las Vegas Challenge in 2019, where I think he was going head to head with Eagle there. So if you wanna look him up, I would check that round out. He has a video on his channel too, where it's all his highlights, and he has some pretty crazy highlights. His main disc is a whale. I don't know anybody who throws a whale, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
It's like an AVR, but not beaded.
I don't even know what a whale is.
Pretty sure.
Wouldn't even be able to tell you. But
or opposite. I can't remember.
He throws it pretty good. Let me tell you.
Well, that sounds awesome. I'll definitely have to hit him up.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd play around with you. You just got to meet him on the course sometime. And those are the top 5 small YouTube channels.
That was awesome, man. Top 5 small YouTube channels. We will definitely have a link to each of these guys in the show notes. So go ahead and look there for that.
And tell them we sent you. Maybe,
if they get enough attention saying that we're talking about them, maybe we'll be able to actually,
get them on the show.
Yeah, have some cool people on the show. That'd be pretty sweet.
I mean, I'd be happy with that.
I'd be jazzed.
Then we'll work our way up to Simon. We'll get you eventually, Simon.
That's the dream. Have Simon and Eagle and KJ and Calvin and Garrett Gerthy and Paul Macbeth and literally like all the Allstars.
Just everyone. Everyone come and talk
How
to
about
us.
Top 30 MPO. Let's try and get all of them on there.
Why stop there? Why not just top 100? Why not just everybody who plays MPO ever?
All right, literally anybody who has ever played disc golf can come on our podcast.
Yep. If you threw a frisbee once in a backyard, we'll take you.
Even ultimate.
Yep.
Eric, that was such a good episode.
It went great. Had a lot of fun.
I had a really good time. We talked about ourselves. We talked about why we're doing this podcast. I think we had an awesome discussion about the All-Star weekend. Had some moderately bold prediction and some steaming hot takes.
I think the biggest bold prediction is still Paige Pierce coming in third, and if I'm right about that,
I said like second, so
I'm owed something.
All right, well, everybody owes Eric something if she comes in third.
You guys all owe me a listen.
And lastly, we went ahead and shouted out 5 of our top 5 small YouTube channels. They were Joel Freeman, Trash Panda, Tristan Tanner, Back of the Box Disc Golf, and Rippin Discs.
A lot of good dudes.
At the end, yeah, I mean, I think that this is a wonderful little thing we did here, and we can go ahead and thank everybody for listening, number 1. Number 2, go ahead and hit all of our social medias. We are Oh No Disc Golf everywhere. Facebook, Oh No Disc Golf. Instagram, Oh No Disc Golf. Twitter, Oh No Disc Golf. TikTok, guess what? Oh No Disc Golf. YouTube, Oh No Disc Golf. We have a Patreon at Oh No Disc Golf. We have a website, ohnodiscgolf.com. And we have a merch store at teespring.com/stores/Oh No Disc Golf. That's 8 things.
That is a lot of things, and I'm glad you remember it all because I can't remember it.
I think I said all of that pretty much without an too. I should get a medal.
Will the medal say on it?
Oh, last but not least, we have excellent big news on our Teespring store over at /ohnodiscgolf. We are doing free shipping for the rest of the month of February. So head over there, put in the code OHNO, get some free shipping on our beautiful merch that we worked really hard on.
Yep. Slaved over a hot computer.
Yeah, I like that.
Good. I'm glad you like that.
Hello, people who made it all the way to the end of the episode. You're the ones that I appreciate the most. Thank you so much for listening. Go ahead, review us, rate, and subscribe, please. Big news, guys. Head on over to our Teespring store and use the code OHNO to get free shipping. You can find the link on our website at ohnodiscgolf.com, or you can check out our Teespring store at teespring.com/stores/ohnodiscgolf. Thanks, guys.